It's a pleasure having you here, Donovan. It's always
Yes.
great, talking to you. So I just want to know what inspired you to pursue your body transformation.
So for me, it's always been, I would say since about 2013 or 14 is when I started struggling with my body. I
Mm,
started putting on weight. There was some stuff in my life that caused that. My grandmother got sick. My mom had even less time, so we started eating a lot of fast food. I got my first computer. It was just a kind of, you know, one thing after another, and it just tumbled out of control from there.
yeah,
Um, so it really, affected me because I was 13 years old. So I some of the most formative years of my life I spent being overweight, and that
right.
takes a toll on your, mental health. It takes a toll on your confidence. Um, and what inspired me to lose weight was I think I was just kind of at the end of, like, I was kind of at a crossroads. I was like, I either improve my life or I can't go on. And
No,
that thought crossed my mind many times. Um,
right.
and actually, Yvonne, who we work with, she, a coworker of ours, for those of you who don't know who the fuck we're talking about,
Right.
she was like, you should try out fasting. And I was like, okay. I tried out fasting. And after about a week, I started to really see a change. Not physically, obviously, it'd only been a week, but in like my level of energy, just how I felt. And
Mm,
that was around, I want to say December of 2023.
yeah.
And yeah, it just, after that, like that was the first step. After that, it just started kind of snowballing. And then I
Mm.
would say January hit and I kicked it into overdrive.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
when
when I
you
started.
that's when you hit me up in
Yeah.
January. We started in late January.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Because I
Yeah,
could start seeing a difference in the way I looked and the way I felt. And
yeah.
that really, that just motivated me more and more to
Right.
continue.
Well, let's back it up a little bit because I know when you first came to me, you were around like 280, correct?
293.
293. So we're
Yeah.
at what? Low 200s, 190 now?
190. I'm gonna say a solid 195,
So we lost
close to 100 pounds.
a lot of weight. Short amount of time too. So I don't even think you like realize like how much of a testament you really are. Like
Yeah.
you're like completely different. So with that being said, like what like on a day-to-day basis, how did that change your life?
It's it's honestly been amazing, and I still have a hard time wrapping my head around it. Like I can move easily. Like,
Yeah,
oh, I need to like get out of bed. It's not a struggle anymore. It's like I can literally launch myself out of bed. Like it's so weird having this level of mobility. And it's also like the physical change.
hmm,
Like I've been noticing a difference obviously for months now. And yet I still, if I pass a mirror at work or anywhere else for that matter, I still stop and look. And I'm just like, it's so difficult for me to comprehend it.
right.
And I feel like it annoys the people around me sometimes because I'm constantly like posing in the mirror and like looking at myself. But it's so after
It's because
like,
they don't understand the work you put in.
yeah, after like 10 years of being overweight, when you finally get down to close to a normal size, it's such a mind fuck.
Yeah,
Like it's difficult for my brain to comprehend that I'm seeing myself in the mirror.
right,
Um, and that's probably been not probably that has been like the biggest like change that I've noticed.
right.
It's just my attitude and my kind of confidence.
Yeah, because like so when I talked to you, like when I first met you, like you were kind of more down on the downer side, Like it was kind of like Hey, CJ, now I see you. It's like you have like a certain like confidence, a certain aura about you. Like,
Yeah,
it's like when I see you walk, it's like your head is up, not just shoulder slouched anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, am I getting arrogant?
Nah, it's not arrogant, man. It's confidence, man. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But during the challenge, during the 6 months, like what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced?
Some of the biggest challenges, honestly, was something that I struggle with just outside of doing this, which is procrastination. I have a really bad habit of being like, oh, I'll do it later, or, just not doing it at all. And
Right.
so keeping like, it's a double side, it's kind of a two sides of a coin. Part of me, the seeing myself in the mirror and seeing the change was motivation. The other side was sometimes I became really unmotivated. I didn't want to go to the gym. I wanted to eat whatever I want. And I made slip ups, but honestly, not as much as I thought I would kind of going into this, where I was like, oh, I'll do this for a month and then I'll give up or something. That never
But
happened.
you never had a
I kept the
big,
ball rolling.
you never had a big fall off. No.
No,
You might go through a weekend, it's like, I didn't do this cardio. And then next thing I know, you're overdoing it the next day. I think I really
exactly.
had to
Yeah.
tell you really to back off sometimes. Like you're doing a little bit too much.
Yeah. It's like I'm making up for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish some of my athletes like work as hard as you do. It's like, so I just know that just
Oh,
speaks to
thank
the
you.
type of person who you are, man. I talk a lot of shit to you on a daily basis, but it's all I love, just seeing your progress and
No.
just
Yeah, we have that rapport. I have that with a lot of people where I just rag on them all the time, but it's out of love. Like,
right,
you
exactly.
can give it and take it. Yeah.
Exactly. You know how it goes. So, but what's like advice you would give somebody that's on this journey that's like in a similar situation you were in?
I would say, and I've given this advice to a couple people so far. Um, it's all about timing. If you feel you are ready, you are ready. And it's gonna be difficult. Like if you have really bad habits, you eat whatever you want, you don't exercise, whatever it may be,
Yeah,
you don't have a good routine. It's gonna suck in the beginning, but once you start seeing the change, you feel better, you look better, you're more confident in your own skin. That more than makes up for, you know, the kind of hurdles in the beginning. And there's always hurdles with it. Like, we're not perfect. So there's going to be ups and downs. It's going to ebb and flow. But once you get over that kind of initial, hump with which I did many times before I actually started it and stuck with it,
right.
um, it's more than worth it. And I tell that to everybody. I'm like, your time will, it's not like you can snap your fingers and just automatically it starts happening. Like it is a mental. Like I wanted to lose weight for so many years, and I just started and failed. But my time came, and I was ready, and that showed with my kind of determination and like how well I stuck to it.
Yeah, right.
Um, because it was my you know I was ready for it. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, you just have to kind of get over, this mental block that people put themselves in, which is I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Or like you just have to kind of let that go and you just have to throw caution to the wind and just go for it and give it, I would say, a month. And then after that, it's pretty smooth sailing.
Right.
You've started, you've gotten over the hurdle,
Yeah,
and it evens out.
yeah. It's a
So
daily habit at that point. Take 21 days to build a habit.
yeah. And now I'm to the point where I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym.
Speaking of that,
So
it's like a daily routine of yours.
So like an average daily routine. So I wake up, I go to Planet Fitness, and the one that I go to is not 24 hours, like 7 days a week. So, Mondays and Thursdays are my off days. Those are the days that I just don't do anything. I mean, obviously I still eat well,
Hmm.
but I don't go to the gym.
Right.
Every other day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15. I go to the gym and I'm there for about 45 minutes to an hour. I come home and I make breakfast at around 6:45. And then I get ready for work after that. And then like on Saturdays and Sundays when the gym opens at 7, that's too late for me. So I go after work.
Okay.
Which is I hate going after work because it's like
Yeah.
once you've worked all day,
That's
I
the
don't
last
want to
thing
then
you want
come
to do.
home, change for the gym, and then leave my house again. But I do it because
But that's what it
it's
takes to
something
see
that
that big of a transformation
exactly,
that you had. You got to put
exactly,
this. Yeah.
yep, yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. It's not fun, but it's something that has to be done.
Right.
And looking
So,
in the mirror and being like, oh, I like what I see.
yeah.
That is the reward. So
Exactly. Right.
it's fine. I make it work.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to find a way. That's the only way to really get things done. Right. You got to make it work. Got to find the time. If you can find the time to like go party, sometimes you probably just sit in the house and probably just go to the gym instead of drinking and smoking or whatever your vice may be.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, but you get it.
Which I will say, like the drinking thing, like
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I had to kind of deal with losing weight is drinking is you can drink and lose weight and everything, but like I had to get it through my head that like you can't just drink all the time. Like,
No,
it's so I will say that to like anybody
body
thinking
can't
about doing this. Like,
really can't lose fat and try to get a toxin out of your body at the same time. That's like you asking your body too
yeah,
much for that.
it's too
So
much. It's too
yeah,
much.
moderation, yeah, but every
Yeah,
day that's just not going to work.
no,
Yeah. So
not work.
one last question though before you go about your night. So
Yes.
throughout this whole journey, what was the biggest thing that you learned during like my program?
So the biggest thing I learned doing your program is just the kind of something that I struggled with, which was, you want to give up, but you can't give up. Like I know doing your program, there's times where I wanted to throw in the towel or give up,
Hmm.
and you wouldn't let me. And yeah, that sucks, obviously, because it's like, oh my God, I hurt or whatever. But that's how you make progress, is like if you just get comfortable, like, and you didn't let me get comfortable.
Yeah,
So that's probably the biggest thing I learned, and I've taken that into other areas of my life.
yeah,
Um, but also just kind of how to like balance food,
hmm,
like what to eat, what not to eat, um, and just like kind of just the exercises that I need to do. Like I would say like everything in the program I learned from, and I've taken that, just beyond the gym.
yeah,
Some of the lessons, and it's been really like helpful, and you know, I still like I'm like, what should I do at the gym today or whatever, and I'll think of something that you taught me,
hmm,
and I do that and I implement that into my routine, and I've gotten it to this point where I I have this like kind of Rolodex in my mind of like stuff that you've taught me, and I'm like, if I'm thinking about something, I'll be like, oh yeah, he said this or whatever, and I take that and I use it.
right,
Um, so Yeah, I would. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, my mouth is dry.
Drinking a Le Croc.
Yeah, the LaCroix mojito.
Yeah,
If you
God.
want to drink alcohol and you're trying to lose weight, go ahead and give this a try.
Mm,
Approved.
mm, 50-50 on that, but other than that, man, but thank you, man. Appreciate you
You're
hopping on
welcome.
the Zoom call with me, man.
Thank you for letting me talk in circles. That was great.
Oh yeah, man, you did a great job, bro. I
Hell
think
yeah.
somebody watching this, like, they're gonna be inspired. I have to show the before and after pictures because, like, I need them
Yeah.
to see the almost 100-pound transformation. Like they're looking at you right now, it's like looking at another person right now.
Well, and that's like what I'm trying to find, like on my phone here is like, do I have like a before picture and an after picture?
Yeah.
Um, I think I do actually. Hold on. What was it?
Whenever you find it, whenever I put this out, I'll just show them. I'll put it up here.
Okay, sweet. Well, wherever you end up putting it, I don't know, like
I put
here, put the picture right. Yeah, put the picture right here.
one right there. Boom, right there.
Yeah, one right here, one right there. Put
Uh-huh.
them anywhere I want people to see.
Yeah.
So,
I know at first you were like, would not let me get any type of pictures. Now it's kind of
yeah,
funny
no.
you openly, like,
Now I'm like openly posting on Instagram like every other day, like
I
just
know.
pictures, and I have like a whole like I have like a whole library of pictures that I need to post. Like it's crazy to me that like I'm doing that.
Watch next year around this time, you're gonna be a GQ model. Take so many pictures.
I swear I want to. I that would be great. That'd be great. Let me buy a house, you know.
You might as well start now, like getting a Nike hoodie and then just tagging them. Gonna be a fitness
Oh
model.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. We're gonna, you know, although I'm 23, I'm my modeling years are, you know, slow or you know,
Bro, you're
after
23.
like I would say like 25.
Somebody who's
So
like 35 years old is gonna look at this and just be sick to their stomach. You just said that. Could you just crush their whole dream?
no, you can be beautiful. But modeling agencies,
And some people are not models too until they're 40.
that's true. No, that is true.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true.
It's never too late to start, God.
No, it isn't. It's never too late to start. My mother is 57 and has just gone down a whole size and lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah. Ooh.
So it's not too late for anybody, you know.
Oh no, Mama
So
Campbell.
Mama Campbell, yep. She's the lady of the hour.
Oh yeah, for sure. We should have dropped her in. I didn't know she had a transformation too.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I haven't actually seen like actual pictures yet. She's just told me about it, and I'm like, girl, you gotta look. Let me see, like, you know,
She probably don't
let
even
me see
recognize.
you like the progress you've made.
She was gonna be like, "Who's this? This is not my son."
She's like, wow, he looks different. What
Hmm.
happened?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Well, it was nice talking to you. And anybody who starts their journey, you will not regret it.
Hmm.
Um, and if you start it with CJ, you really will not regret it. So, you know, 10 out of 10, I highly
First couple
recommend.
weeks, I ain't gonna lie, you might regret it. I'm kidding, guys. You might regret it.
No, you'll hurt.
Yeah,
You'll
you're right.
hurt, but it's worth it. It's
But
worth it.
nothing in life is easy, right?
Short-term pain for long-term gain, or whatever the hell the saying is.
You're right. Whatever he said, we're gonna quote that.
Yeah, put the quote. Yeah,
Hmm.
put the quote right here.
Quote right there. Ain't
Hell
making me
yeah.
a lot, but all right, brother.
Have a good night. It was nice talking to you.
Oh yeah.